You think this feeling is yours, that your generation invented it, that you are just overthinking. But what if the fear is older than you? Older than your bloodline, older than civilization itself? Let me tell you a story that is 10,000 years old. You think you invented this feeling, this quiet dread that keeps in after someone calls you talented, this whisper in the back of your skull that says they will find out. One day the mask will sleep, one day they will see you for what you really are, a fraud, a pretender, someone who got lucky and has been running ever since. You look around the room and everyone seems real, everyone seems certain, everyone seems like they belong, and then there is you, holding a little you do not deserve, sitting in a chair that was made for someone better. You think this feeling is modern, born from Instagram, born from LinkedIn, born from some broken wiring in your anxious brain. But what if this sphere is older than cities, older than alphabets, older than the first wheel that ever turned? What if the first human to lead a hunt felt exactly what you feel right now? What if the first voice to whisper, I am not enough, echoed inside a cave 10,000 years ago? What if imposter syndrome is not a disorder? What if it is an inheritance? Picture a cave, not a metaphor. A real cave, cold stone, dying fire, the smell of ash and animal hide. The tribe is asleep, bodies curled together for warmth. But one man sits apart. His name is forgotten. His bones are dust, but his face wears an expression you know intimately. He is the best hunter in the tribe. When the mammoth comes, it is his spear that flies first. When the children ask for stories, they ask for his. The elder nods slowly when he speaks. He has earned everything a man of his time could earn: respect, status, survival. And yet, in the silence between the cricket chirps and dying ember, his mind is not celebrating, his mind is questioning. Did I kill that beast or did it stumble? Did I lead the hunt or did the hunt lead me? Was that courage or was I too frozen with fear to run? He stares at his spear, turning the flint over and over, and a cool thought lands in his chest like a stone in still water. If they saw me clearly, they would choose another hunter. This man has no word for what he feels, no diagnosis, no self-help scroll, just a fire, a spear, and the crushing weight of his own doubt. The mystery is not that he felt this. The mystery is why evolution would design a mind that doubts its own survival skill. Why would nature build a creature that cannot trust its own hands? Modern psychology has name for this condition, imposter syndrome, first identified in 1978 by two psychologists studying high-achieving women. But the phenomenon is ancient and universal. Studies now show that nearly 70% of people experience it. And here is the strange part. It hits the successful one hardest, the achievers, the high performance, the one who actually have proof of their competence. But the human brain is not interested in proof. It is interested in survival. And survival for early humans was social. If your tribe valued you, you ate. If they doubted you, you were exiled. And exiled means death. So your brain evolved a hyperactive social alarm system. It scans constantly for threats to your belonging. Am I contributing enough? Am I respected? Will they abandon me? This anxiety kept your ancestors alive. The hunter who questioned his skill sharpened his spear twice. The gatherer who doubted her memory memorized the forest twice. Doubt was not weakness, doubt was diligence. It was the edge that kept the tribe one step ahead of extinction. Your brain still runs this software. The office is not a cave, the performance review is not a mammoth, but your ancient mind does not know the difference. Now hold two images in your mind at the same time. On one side, a cave, firelight casting shadows on stone. A hunter sits alone, spear across his knees, eyes fixed on the flames, whispering to himself, I am not enough. On the other side, a modern apartment, blue light from laptop screen. A young professional stares at promotion email, reflection ghostly in the dark glass, whispering the exact same words, I am not enough. 10,000 years apart, same posture, same hollow stare, same silent war inside the skull. The tools have changed, the language has changed, the world is unrecognizable, but the feeling is identical, down to the bone. This is the dark truth. You did not create your imposter syndrome, you inherited it. It is older than your country, older than your religion, older than every empire that rose and turned to sand. It is the voice of your ancestors echoing through your bloodstream. They survived because they never let themselves believe they were good enough to stop trying. They moved forward not because they felt brave, but because the tribe needed food, and so they walked into the dark forest with shaking hands and doubting hearts. The imposter syndrome is not a proof that you are a fraud, it is proof that you come from survivors. The ghost inside you is not haunting you, it is reminding you where you came from. So maybe the goal is not to silence the voice. The hunter never silenced it. He heard it every night by the fire, every morning before the hunt. He let it sit beside him like a companion he never asked for. And then he stood up anyway, picked up his spear anyway, walked into the darkness anyway. Not because the voice disappeared, but because he understood something ancient. Doubt and courage are not opposites, they are partners. You cannot have one without the other. The voice that says you are a fraud is the same voice that will make you prepare when others relax, practice when others coast, stay humble when arrogance will blind you. You are the descendant of hunters who felt small and acted big, who felt weak and hunted anyway, who stared into the fire, drowning in self doubt, and still rose the next morning to feed their people. That blood runs in your veins. So the next time whisper comes, you are not good enough, do not argue with it. Just not pick up your spear and walk into your own dark forest. Not because you feel ready, but you because you you never needed to feel ready. You just needed to move. Feeling like a fraud does not mean you're one. It just means you're awake. It just means you're still trying. And that has been enough for 10,000 years. The voice in your head that says you're not enough, that whisper that keeps you up at night, it is not your enemy, it is the inheritance. It is the same voice that kept your ancestors alive through ice, age, and famines and wars. They heard it too and they moved anyway. So can you? If this video means something to you, subscribe to ASky, press the bell, and let me know in the comments what is the one thing that you achieved that still does not feel real. I read every comment. And remember, the cave and the office are the same. The hunter and the worker are the same person, and that person is not a fraud. That person is human. See you in the next one.